How's it going, YouTube? We are back with the Cy Young race update for the month of June. Before we get to it, I have to ask you guys to leave a like and subscribe. It would really help me out. We are 5 away from 100, so any little bit of subscribing and likes helps out astronomically. We're going to start with the American League because the picture over there looks to be a little bit more closed. Although we have the heaviest favorite and the best pitcher in the land in the National League, there's still more contenders, so we'll start with the AL. Really, between the two the White Sox pitchers, Lynn and Rodon, I could really go either way. Plus 575 with Lance Lynn, a plus 288 on Carlos Rodon, 9-3, 199 ERA, 90 and 2/3 innings pitched, 105 strikeouts, and a 1.04 WHIP for Lance Lynn. Is incredible. The sub 2 ERA is beautiful. I think I'm heavy on ERA. I like ERA and low ERA and a lot of innings. I don't really care for strikeouts as much. But the award does say most dominant pitcher, and strikeouts does equate to dominance. So whatever way you want to take that, that wording of the award, it's fine with me. All these guys deserve to be on the list. I'm not saying that one guy deserves to be on the list over another, but I prefer Lance Lynn over Rodon. Only an inning more for Lance Lynn. I think Rodon probably would get the nod here because of the amount of strikeouts and the lower WHIP. Less people are getting on base, which would equate to dominance. But I prefer pitchers who don't give up runs. That's more my thing. 2.31 ERA for Rodon as well, 7-3 record. Not to say that he's even like having a bad year or anything like that. This dude's having a phenomenal year. Nice to see him having some success after having some arm problems earlier in his career. I think both of these guys have a better chance to win the Cy Young over our favorite. Our favorite is Gerrit Cole at 161, minus 161. 8-4, 291 ERA, 105 innings pitched, 135 strikeouts, and a .96 WHIP. He has not been the same since the sticky substance ban has become. He's gone back to the Pittsburgh Pirates, Gerrit Cole. He was all spider tech and, no authenticity, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, he's getting a large contract. Obviously, 291 is fine right now, but over his last 6 or so starts, his ERA is above 4. So, Yankee fans, that's a fat contract that you guys are eating for a lot of years. And if you guys don't get production out of it, that's going to look really, really bad. Considering that you guys might have to sell this year, there's been some rumors of Urshela possibly being dealt this season. So, if they tear it down, that Gerrit Cole contract, they really need to get rid of that, because if he can't pitch without the tack, that's a lot of money, $300+ million for a lot of years that you're stuck with. If he's gonna throw, if he's as bad as he's been pitching without spider tack, that 4 ERA, $30+ million, oof, that is gonna look awful. On to the National League, where the picture is a little bit more simple, but there is more contenders. We have Zach Wheeler at plus 1900. Kevin Gausman at plus 1750, Brandon Woodruff at plus 1350, and Jacob deGrom at minus 850. All of these guys are having sensational years. Obviously, above deGrom, all of these guys are having career years, masterful years, masters of their craft for sure. But Jacob deGrom is just from another planet, because you can't even really speak these guys in the same sentence because of how low deGrom's ERA is, the amount of strikeouts he has, and the amount of innings that he's pitched. You know what I mean? He has 20 less innings than 30 less innings than Zach Wheeler, but he has, one more strikeout. So that's just how good this guy's been. You know what I mean? You can't even some people, I can't even fathom how good he's been. I don't know how you can throw 102 with a 94-mile-an-hour slider. It's just unfair. The dude is just unfair. The substance ban hasn't affected him really at all. He's been great. Zach Wheeler at 6-5, 2.26 ERA, 119.2 innings, 145 Ks, and a .97 WHIP. He's been great. Don't let the record deceive you. 6-5, 5 losses out of 11 decisions. Don't let that deceive you. He's pitching great. He's having a career year, earning his money out there in Philly. It's just that Philly team is not as good as it should be, and they don't give him enough run support, and that has cost him to have 5 losses. I think he's probably one of the better guys on this list. I think that, I think he's probably, if he was in the American League, I think he would win. He might be the favorite to win the award. But unfortunately, it's in the National League where the pitchers are a little bit tougher, I guess. I don't know what the deal is with that this year. Kevin Gausman plus 1750, 8-3, 174 ERA, 108.2 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts, and a .80 WHIP. Career season. This guy never showed any of this kind of. I always thought he was a good pitcher in Baltimore, but I didn't think he was elite. Whether he can keep it up at this pace after the All-Star break, we will see. But he's pitching phenomenal. He had a little bit of shakiness when he faced the Dodgers his last time out. I think he walked like 4 or 5 guys, which he hadn't done all year. The Dodgers tagged him up a little bit, but that ERA is still sub 2. That WHIP is still sub 1, sub 90. You know what I mean? So he's having a sensational year. Probably, a lot. It's still underrated. I think he's still underrated. The fans aren't. Maybe it's because it's West Coast and the East Coast guys can't watch the games as much, but he still is pitching above the level that he's getting credit for. He's an all-star, obviously. 3rd in the Cy Young race right now, but I think that he's pitching great. I think he should probably be above Woodruff in terms of odds, and he should probably be in 2nd place and not 3rd. But not to disrespect Woodruff, he's having a great season at 7-4, 2.10 ERA, 107.1 innings pitched, 125 strikeouts, and a .78 WHIP. We kind of saw flashes of greatness from him, early in the 2018 playoffs, I believe, when they took the Dodgers to 7 games. He was good. Obviously, hit that home run off of Kershaw, but that doesn't involve pitching. But he's been really, really good, and the only time I really haven't seen him pitch to his potential is when he's faced the Dodgers. But obviously, he's become a serious Cy Young contender. As you see, Corbin Burns has fallen off this list, hasn't been pitching as well as he started, but he's having a great year as well. That Milwaukee team is playing some really good baseball, and they're looking like a really scary team with one of the better 1-2 punches in the league. And as I already touched on before, Jacob deGrom, 7.2 win record, 108 ERA, 92 innings pitched, 146 strikeouts, a .54 WHIP. So good luck getting base runners on this guy. Good luck getting base runners on this guy. I'm not going to speak too much on deGrom because he was on the MVP video before, but we know how good this guy is, and we know what he's been doing for the last few years. So he deserves the Cy Young. They should just rename it the Jacob deGrom Cy Young Award because he's probably the best pitcher who's ever lived, at least in this little stretch of 3 or 4 years that he's been absolutely lights out. He's been one of the historical great pitchers, and let's enjoy him while we have him because, some guys don't really get appreciated as much until they retire, and man, we should just give this guy his love for his entire career, for the rest of his career, because he is seriously a beast. And that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, comment your guys' Cy Young winners. If you'd like to make a donation, no hit media on Cash App, and I will see you guys next time.